Hi, hello, it's the EV Bloke here, Sean, back with another video. Right, okay, so a couple of days ago I noticed in the BYD store on the car was the karaoke uh, function on the app on the actual BYD store. Certainly wasn't there before. I didn't have to do a download to get it, so I don't know whether with BYD they have that ability to just put things in the store as you go, which would be nice if they do, hopefully, because as I say, I've still only had the one actual update. But anyway, if we get green for a minute. So when you fire up, when you turn the car on, obviously you'll come to a screen similar to this. You just scroll along until you get to where it says browser. Oh, not browser, sorry, BYD store. That's a separate thing, browser. So when you click on the BYD store, it comes up with this. So obviously, two days ago, I had the browser and I had the Amazon Music. I haven't downloaded the Amazon Music because I don't have an account with Amazon Music. I don't intend to have one. So I just haven't sort of downloaded that. I've actually downloaded the browser. And as I say, and then this was here, Stingray Karaoke, which is available on the car. So let's go and have a look at what we need to be able to get that. So what we're basically looking for here is the software update that we have at the moment. So if we go to settings, like so, we can go to software up here. So if we press software, it's got version. You can view the details of the software version. So effectively, if we've got something like that here in the UK, that's your hardware version, and then obviously 13.1 to 3.2 is that on the top. It might be different in different countries. So obviously it could be totally different in the country where you are. But that's what certainly in the UK, if you've got that version, you should have the karaoke feature on there. So, okay, so what is the karaoke feature? Well, it's pretty self-explanatory, really, but we'll take a look at it now. So essentially, there's a couple of things I wanted to show you about it as well. So there it is. It's loading up. I've got an error there. I don't know why. Retry. There we go. And so basically, you've got all of this. So you've got loads and loads of categories, party mixes, most popular, etc. Disney, Justin, so sort of new ones that have come out, I guess. Duets. So if you want to do duets. Now the great thing about this feature is that you can play stuff on here and the words and everything come up. But obviously, as soon as you go to move off or anything like that, then it cuts off. Yeah. So, but that's fine. Even though it cuts off, that's totally fine because basically you can download this on your phone. Now I can't actually show you that because I'm using my phone to record this, but essentially it will give you the links to be able to download it. So as you go to pull off, it will come up with on the screen there, download this. And you just download it on your phone and then you can follow along on your phone. So you're not distracting the driver with the driving, but you can still participate in that. Why am I saying all of this? Because karaoke maybe not necessarily be something you're even interested in anyway, but I just thought because it's a feature that's just popped up as in the last couple of days on my car anyway, I thought I'd sort of share it. So the good thing is you've got that facility to think. Now if we go back to the BYD store a minute, what I'm hoping is if this has just been put on there without me actually having to do any kind of like formal download as such, because the BYD store is already there, then I'm hoping we're going to start seeing more of the other things like YouTube. You see, why I've mentioned before with this car, it's not the greatest charging car. So if you're out and about and you're charging, you're looking at 45 minutes to an hour of charging time. It's as simple as that. That is this car. Even in this warmer weather, I'm still getting roughly the same kind of speeds of. It took me an hour and 5 minutes to go from 22% up to 90. I think it was yesterday. So that's quite a good bit of time. I mean, you can watch a a podcast, or you can watch a series within a series, if you like. You can watch an episode of a series. So if we've got like all the usual sort of players here, so YouTube and um, what do you call it, Prime, Netflix, all those sort of film and series apps, then you can just pass your time away while you're waiting to charge. If you're in an area charging where there's not a great amount of facilities there or whatever, it's just another thing you can tap into to sort of help you through that period, really. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a good thing, in so much as you're going to start seeing more things popping up in here, whether it comes through an actual proper software update, or whether it comes through them side. I don't know how they're doing this, but I'm taking it they're able to put it into the actual, because you've already downloaded the actual, because you've already got the BYD store there, they're able to modernize it through that. I don't know. So yeah, so just kind of a quick video really, but just one to quickly go over this. And so it's not a bad thing, really. I mean, the temptation, of course, is that you start blurting out some song on here, but I would never do that. But it's just really, really, really good, and it's something I'll definitely be using. And the other thing is, I'll put some links up for, you can actually get a microphone for it, which would then go down into the let me just get the bottle out of the way. It then sort of gets stored down in here. There's a little place for the actual. It's one thing you could sort of do, but I think the main thing really with all of this is we want to see that expansion of, once you have software updates on a car, utilize them, use them. There's other cars that have got continuous updates going on. As I say, I've only actually had the one official update so far on this car. Now, moving on to a couple of other things that I wanted to just briefly mention, and that is that I've been giving things a bit of a thought, and I think because of all the misinformation out there about electric cars, I think it's coming to the point where some things need to be put right a little bit here, and give some education and teaching. Like I said the other day, one of the things with YouTube is it's a source of teaching and sort of understanding. And while I don't perceive to know everything about electric cars, electric vehicles, while I don't perceive to know everything about the electric car industry, I still know a fair bit. And I certainly know for beginners, so those that are thinking of coming from a combustion car into an electric car and are having them doubts, and they're going to certain channels who are putting them off it because they're saying they're not the future. Well, I'm here to tell you that electric cars are the future. So I'm going to set a series of videos aside, like a little mini course, if you like, or a little. And so if you know someone who is thinking about coming to an electric car, or if you know someone that is interested in maybe exploring the opportunity of maybe switching from internal combustion engine to an electric vehicle, they're just sort of going through those pros and cons and all that kind of stuff, and I've been very clear and I've mentioned several times that I don't think everything's right with electric at the moment. Obviously the infrastructure's not right, price parity is still not there, so all these things have to be factored in, cost and etc. I think they will do. I think it's like with anything, when something first comes out, it's you're not always going to see everything perfectly laid out, and certainly that's not the case with electric cars at the moment. There's still work to be done in many areas, but essentially what I'm trying to say is there should be the opportunity for you to understand more about them, to know the basics, and to make an informal decision yourself whether it's something for you. So that's what I'm going to plan to do. I'm going to plan to put a little course together. I don't think I need to just put it somewhere here on the channel or something, or might be in a little playlist or something like that. But the reason I'm telling you guys about it that regularly follow me is that if you know people who, or even yourself, if you're in that position where you're just thinking about maybe getting a BYD, or it might not be a BYD, just another electric vehicle, I want to give the basics of the pros and the cons of electric cars, but focus more on adaptation. People who think they feel like they want to adapt from um, a petrol diesel car into an electric car, and they're at that moment, they're at that stage where they're thinking about it, contemplating it, and thinking, well, yeah, this is for me. So, or it could be for me, and I just want to help point them in that direction to maybe help them make that decision. Really. So, there's nothing to say it's a there's nothing to say that it's kind of like an absolute. It would definitely take someone one way or the other, but it's just something to help guide people. So I'm thinking about doing that. In an upcoming video, just to let you know, I'm going to be doing the cruise control here on the car. So we're going to be breaking down all of this here, which is all the cruise control functions, and we're going to take it out the road and we're going to utilize it. I've had a few people asking me about that, so I'll be kind of pointing people towards that. I've got a reflection on the screen there. So yeah, that will be the course of what we'll probably do there. So we're going to do a video about that. That will probably come up on the channel maybe tomorrow or the day after. So look out for that one, which will be on the cruise control. I will state this, that BYD themselves don't perceive themselves to be big on self-driving vehicles. It's a technology they would rather follow others on, I think, to see how big it really gets, because we're still really at level 2, so it's adaptive cruise control effectively. But there still is good and bad adaptive cruise controls in all vehicles. So we'll have a look at how it is on the BYD, as I say in the upcoming video. So look out for that one. And yeah, so have a great day. Karaoke's there. You won't hear nothing from me on that, I'm telling you that now. But yeah, it is there if you're into that kind of stuff and you like all the old sing-along stuff. It's there. It's on there, and it's in the BYD store. So go and get singing. That's all I can say. Anyway, I shall catch you on the next video, and you take care. Speak soon.